Hello, 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 my intergalactic beings, my starseeds, my daydreamers, my manifestos, my beautiful black coppered beings, melanated beings. So today's video is just going to be about my starseed awakening, but it's going to be about part 2. I'm going to make this video short because honestly, I really don't have anything else to say about that. I kind of already did it in the first part of my starseed awakening story time. So yeah, this just isn't going to be about I'm just going to be talking about how trippy it was for me finding out that I'm an Anunnaki starseed. Because before then, I was doing I was watching videos, spiritual videos, but I was also kind of doing a little bit of research on what starseeds are, and it definitely did resonate with me at a young age. And yeah, that's as far as what I can remember. If you go look at my latest video that I did about my starseed awakening story time. But because I have a notebook where I write things down, but I kind of sometimes get it off of the top of my head so I can enlighten more of you guys and stuff. So yeah, I just remember, like I said, I just remember feeling a little bit lost. You know, a lot of us, again, we feel lost. We don't really know we don't really know what we're here for. We don't really know what we're doing and stuff like that. I know I definitely do feel like that. And I went through the shadow realm, meaning my shadow self. I went through the dark night of the soul, and how intense that was for me, because I've never had that happen. I've never felt so down. I've never felt so depressed, but I understood that God was separating me, the Most High was separating me for me to look within myself, and figure out and discovered what it was. But in the process of all of that, I was just watching videos, a whole bunch of spiritual videos about on other people, and listening to them, and them talking about metaphysics, occultism, esotericism, and etc. So yeah, it was just very it's very depressing, that experience. And then me finding out that me seeing these blue spheres all around me. Now, I've seen these spheres even when I was a kid too, but these blue spheres all around me, they are the Egyptian net Teru. I know I say that a lot in my videos. It's because that really is what it is. That's really the truth of who I am and all that stuff, and anybody else out there that resonates with the net Teru, right? That resonates. It's a miraculous journey, but I'm not alone in it, and so are you. You're not alone. If you are going through what they call the dark night of the soul, or what I call the shadow realm, just know that you're not alone in that. You're not alone in going through that sort of experience, because it can drag you down. It can, because it does that. It splits. It breaks part of your identity, your old self. Who you were versus your new self. Right. This is my new self. I'm getting reborn. I'm rediscovering myself. Right. Based upon the things that I've been taught as a child, the conditioning, societal conditioning, and all of that. So yeah, but that's what it is. And yeah, I saw blue spheres, And they were the Egyptians telling me that I'm not who I think I am, and that I'm from Ceres, and that's how it happened. And then another spirit coming to me and telling me that I am the physical incarnation of Bastet, the goddess of cats and goddess of fertility. But again, I'm not a goddess. I was a princess. Like in a past life, I was a princess in a past life. I was royalty, and I ruled a kingdom, aka what is called Bubastis in Lower Egypt or Lower Kemet. But as far as that, just getting like my memories activated and downloaded, I had a lot of memories come back to me. Me being this Nubian woman that died years ago. I have a lot of memories, and I can see through many different like realms through my psyche. I can see through many different realms and many different dimensions. Because it is true. Like, if you ever heard of like your multiple dimensional self, it's true. You do have multiple dimensions of yourself, versions of yourself. Because the multiverse really does exist, and it's real. But yeah, like, I just remember just getting activated. I also talk about the Lyrans, and I talk about, or the Anahazi is what they're called. My nose itching. Sorry about that. The Anahazi is what they're called. I talk about them because I talked about them in my Lyran video that I made. Because I also was a Lyran princess, or an Anahazi princess, right? The beings with the lion heads or the cat heads, that's them. That's called the Anahazi. I'm one of them too, as well too. So, but like I said before, I just remember just like having a whole bunch of memories coming back, and something opening up within me and coming through me, and that was most likely them, the Syrians, or Aset, or Ra, Amun-Ra. But yeah, I have stories that I'm gonna tell you guys. I have like many stories I'm gonna tell you guys, but because it's a process, and I'm trying to get it out. But yeah, like it's a lot. But I've had beings come to me, and they're just Egyptian beings. They're beings from Ceres, or they're either Lyran beings, Anahazi beings, or they're beings from Ceres. With remember I talked about with the elongated head? Yeah, that's them. Yeah, I just remember being a princess, and remember being a ruler, and I also remember healing people. I was healing people, and I was healing people through my voice, my singing voice, and I was and people were worshiping me and praying to me. Now, like I said again, this is not mental illness. It's not. I did make a video about spiritual psychosis, but yeah. But I'm not mental. This is a metaphysical, mystical type thing. So, yeah. But sorry about that. I'm getting a little bit distracted. I was zoning out a little bit. Yeah, I just remember like healing people, healing others, like, what I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do too, through the use of like singing and music and stuff like that, shaking the system to get bad spirits out of people and stuff like that, and entities. I remember doing that. I remember being a healer. I remember being a part of my mother's priesthood, aka Aset, who's my spiritual mother. I call her my spiritual mother, but I remember being a part of her priesthood. I remember helping others. I'm covering up I was covering up a lot, like the Muslim women. They wear the hijab where they cover up. I remember covering up and stuff like that. I also remember using magic, because magic is very real. And I also remember I was also a dancer too in a previous life, in another dimension, in another timeline. Me as Bastet. I was a dancer, a performer, a singer, and I was also a healer. So that's why I'm so like strongly passionate about music and stuff like that, because that's what I used to do in a past life. I used to just, I would heal. Like, music is a form of healing. It is. Depending on what type of music that you're listening to, it's programming, but it's a form of healing as well too, you know. When you're talking about in your song, in the songs, when the song is talking about, you know, good stuff, not bad stuff, like, oh, my bitches, my hoes, look at all this money I got, like, not all of that. But just like chanting is a good source of healing oneself or healing others. Chanting is a good source of that. Chanting and all of that stuff. So, but yeah, I just get a lot of memories and downloads reactivated in me. I'm constantly getting like memories and downloads and information to put out there for you guys as well too, to enlighten more and help with the collective consciousness and stuff like that. And yeah, that's like kind of it. So that's kind of it. That's like my story time, my story time, my Starseed Awakening story time part 2. So, but again, I'm not, I know I said I went to the hospital, but spiritually speaking, I am healthy. I am, spiritually speaking. I do have moments where I'll trip out, but I am mentally healthy, and I am affirming that for myself. I'm saying that I am mentally healthy, and that what I talk about is very, very real, because I can see it with my mind's eye. That's how I know it's real, right? So, again, I don't want to make this video too long, but if you guys resonate with anything that I have talked about, with, you know, and as far as like my previous videos, please comment down below. You don't necessarily have to, again, like I say, but please comment down below. And thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful, blessed day or night wherever you are. Bye.